his prophets that came talk, or his disciples. Tell them what you've seen and heard. That's all you need to do. That's enough proof enough. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you have tuned in, I'm going through some theological discussions here. That's what we do right on Sunday mornings here at the Fields. We are in the World Series, game number 2. Do us a favor, share this game. This is the 10U Gold team, the 10U Maroon team. It looks like they punched their ticket as the 1 seed going into the tournament later today. This game was supposed to be played yesterday morning, but the fields were underwater, so we ended up losing half the day yesterday for dry out, and so they bumped this game to today, and this is going to determine likely who's going to be the number 2 seed playing Buford. Buford is 1-0 as well in pool play. So the winner of this game is most definitely going to be the number 2 seed. The loser, depending on the score of the game, may end up being the 3 seed. So they may end up playing each other again here in the tournament sometime soon. But we'll see how it all plays out. We got to win this game today. So thank you guys for being here. Please tune in. If you have any problems, let somebody know. If something happens, I can't see if it's buffering or the stream goes down, just let us know. But ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to get started with this second game of pool play. Yesterday, come from behind win in the bottom of the 4th, down 3-2, going into the bottom of the 4th, the last inning due to time. And our girls showed up, ended up scoring 3 runs to win it 5-3. And so looks like we got another game ahead of us. Getting excited about it now. And so let people know that this game is on. I'm going to post it on my Facebook feed if I can figure out how to do it. Feel free to open up the chat. Let us know what you see, what you hear. We would love to know. I got to figure out how to get this link. I'm on my iPhone, so sometimes the iPhone makes it hard. Let's see. Come on now. All right. Well, I'll figure it out. But if you can share it, please share it. That would be fantastic. We're getting ready to start. Of course, this is the other game. I'm on the wrong game. I'm gonna click on this. Sorry as I speak to myself. All right, I figured it out. And we're going to start here in just a couple of minutes. Game number 2. All right. Well, players are getting out on the field. I think I got a lineup card. I should have gone to print. I should have gone to take a picture of it, but I didn't. So I may regret that. But we'll roll with yesterday's. I'm sure he's not going to change too much. Looks like Caroline's going to be on the mound today. Shuffle some things around. Liza Whitaker yesterday. Carolina today. We are ready to play. Uh, I'm just sharing it on my Facebook. Sorry, guys. Just making sure everybody knows. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The home team is our 10U girls. We'll be the home team playing this Buford team, which I've watched them warm up. They look tough. They look like it's going to be a back and forth game. All right, folks, we're ready to get this thing done. Game number 2. First pitch. A little bit high. It's going to be ball number 1. We are at the top of the first. No outs, nobody on. Buford batting first. Count right now is 1-1. Perry winning their first game, Buford winning their first game. So this is a battle for likely the 2 seed, as the other Perry, Georgia team ended up winning both those games in a pretty dominant fashion. So I can't imagine anybody can sneak in there and take that 1 seed away. But boy, nice smack right up the middle. Buford came to play, that's for sure. Get the ball in quick. And just like that, Buford is on. We are at the top of the first. The score right now is 0-0. Runner at first. Buford got a runner at first. Perry's in the field. No outs, 1 on. And here's the first pitch to this batter. Man, they throw her out that second. Baby Sorrow ready for that runner. Nails it. So out number 1 after a single. They try to steal second, and Sadie Sorrow says, not today, not today. 1 out. 1 strike on the batter, nobody on. Strike number 2. The score is 0-0. We're at the top of the first. World Series pool play game number 2 for both teams. Tournament begins right after this game. They'll be seeding after this. Carolina pitch a little low. That's going to make the count 1-2. Once again, this is game number 2, pool play. World Series time. This is it. Season ends after this tournament today. Batter stays alive. Count is still 1-2. If you don't mind, share this feed with our friends and family back in Houston County. They would love to see this game. Hopefully they're at church, so maybe they can watch it later. But if they're not, I'd love for them to watch today. Tries to get her to chase the high one. Now it is 2-2. Nobody on. 1 out after Sadie Sorrow throws out the runner at second after initial single by the leadoff batter for Buford here. A little chopper. Sadie's going to try to make the throw. I think the girl's going to be there. And she is. Great play. We call that a swinging bunt. There's really nothing we could do there. We'll see if they challenge Sadie, though, on the run to second again. Hate to see that one, but you know what? That's part of the game. That was a tough play. Sadie just about got her on that one. But Sadie would love to have an opportunity to throw her out at second right here. So we'll see if she makes the run or not. 1 out, runner at first. We're at the top of the first. Right now, it is the Perry Gold 0, Buford 0. Number 3 batter up right now for Buford. Carolina throwing some strikes already today. Let's see what this batter can do with this next one. Here's a pitch. They are not challenging her at all. And I don't blame them. She just threw a runner out, so they're not going to try to take second. And that's a big thing in this. If you can take that second base routinely, you put runners in scoring position often, and you take away the force play at second. So Sadie really set the standard at the beginning of the game. We'll see if we can continue that. Count is 2-0 to the batter. And she said she attempted to swing at the ball, so that's going to be 2 balls and 1 strike for Carolina. Now the count is 2-2. Not sure what's going on. They pull the batter back. Third base coach is pulling him back. 2-2 is the count. Runner at first. 1 out. Buford up to bat. Top of the first. That's going to be a full count for the batter. Sadie is watching that runner closely, keeping her right where she wants to be. All right, big pitch right here for Carolina. Full count. Runner at first. 1 out. Love to get this one right here. And it's going to be a strikeout. And we might get them both, but they take second. But we get the second out. Sadie with another great throw. It's going to bring up the number 4 batter for Buford. Folks, we're in World Series pool play game number 2. Both teams undefeated in pool play. I'm probably playing for the number 2 seed. Here's the first pitch. A little bit high. Runner at second. 2 outs. Top of the first. Buford got a runner in scoring position. Number 4 batter up to bat. He misses that one. They're going to go to third. And she takes third on the pass ball. Now they got a runner at third. 2 outs. Count is 1-1 on the batter. I love to keep this runner at third base right now. Here's the pitch. Beautiful pitch. Outside corner, knee high. Count is now 1-2. Once again, we're at the top of the first. 2 outs. Buford's got a runner at third. The count is 1-2 on the batter. Well, that's strike number 3. Let's go in. At the end of the top half of the first, Perry has kept Buford from scoring. Had a leadoff single, tried to take second. Sadie Sorrell threw her out at second. Got that first out, and then another hit, swinging bunt. And the girl got all the way around to third. And Carolina said, I'm going to go ahead and strike out the rest of the batters. And she did just that. All right, folks. It's Perry's turn. Let's see if we can do some damage now that we shut them out and put a few runs on the board. Thanks again for tuning in. If you would like to share this game with folks, love for you to share it with them. Looks like Sadie Sorrow is going to lead us off once again, followed by Lila Beth. The third baseman is going to be the number 2. I don't have an updated roster. I'd give you the whole roster. I have it from yesterday, but I think he's going to probably leave the roster as it was, but we'll see. Maybe he'll change some things around. I'll have to adjust on the fly. Once again, we are in game number 2 of pool play. Both teams undefeated in pool play, so this is likely playing for the number 2 seed as the Perry Maroon team dominated their first 2 games, and I'm not sure either team could make up the run differential at this point. And so it's likely going to be playing for the 2 and maybe even the 3 seed. So these 2 teams may see each other again, but both of them would rather skip that first tournament game because the first 2 teams get a bye. So they would love to go ahead and skip that first tournament game. So they both want to win this game. Well, folks, this is it. This is all we got for the rest of the summer. This is what they've been playing so hard for the last 5 or 6 weeks, is getting ready for this moment right here, the World Series. They'll be crowned a World Series champion by the end of the day today. And it's hot out here already. And we're early in the morning. Oh, this one right here? It probably is. Oh, did you give it to me? Did you give this room? Oh, somebody just gave me a room key. Okay, thank you. That's probably mine. All right, folks. Sadie Sorrow, the catcher, is coming up to bat, having a fantastic all-star season. She just hits the ball so well. A lot of line drives for our leadoff hitter. That's why you want her at the leadoff position. Let's see what we can do early in the morning. Sadie going to lead us off. We're at the bottom of the first, 0-0. Harry George up to bat. Chases that first one. It's going to be strike one. Thank you, folks, for tuning in. We are excited about the potential of this team, but we got to get through this game. Didn't quite catch up to that second one. Two good cuts at it. Sadie, right now, faces an 0-2 count. Let's see what she does with this third pitch. Wisely stays off the high pitch. Pitcher trying to catch her fishing on a tough one. So the count is now 1-2. No outs. Bottom of the first. Nobody on. Perry up to bat. Gets her on the high one. That's going to be strikeout number one for this pitcher. That's going to bring up Lila Beth, the third baseman. Would like nothing more than to get a runner on. Let's see what she can do on this first pitch. Boy, this pitcher has got her number so far. Let's see what she can do on this next pitch. Strike number one. High and outside. That's going to make the count 1-1. One out. Bottom of the first. Perry up to bat. Nobody on. And can't quite catch up to that one either. This pitcher's locked in. It's 1-2 right now. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Wise, and she tempted at that one. This pitcher knows how to try to throw those tempting balls up there. So the count now is 2-2 on the batter. It's going to bring up a full count to Lila Beth. We got one out, nobody on. We are in the bottom of the first inning. Here comes the full count pitch. It catches her on the outside corner. 2 strikeouts for this pitcher already. She's got her number so far. Bailey would love to end that streak because, folks, there is a 2-out rally every day in America, and Bailey would love to start that 2-out rally right here. 2 outs, nobody on, nobody out, bottom of first. Perry up to bat. Doesn't fall for that first one. Landry Cook on deck right now. Here comes pitch number 2, right on the inside corner. So now the count is 1-1. Let's see what this. That's high. Count is 2-1. Let's see what Bailey can do on this next pitch. She's probably going to see a good one right here, I imagine. She does. It fouls it back. That's going to make the count 2-2. 2 outs, bottom of the first. The score right now is Buford 0 and the Perry Gold 0. Playing in the second game of pool play in this World Series. So to determine the seeding right here. Oh, just can't catch up to it. 3 strikeouts for Buford right out of the gate. So, folks, we're in for looks like a defensive gem so far. Right now, it is Buford 0, the Perry Gold Team 0, and we now move into the second inning. Thanks for tuning in, folks. We are grateful for all the fans that are listening online. Yeah, let's see what we can do on this next at bat. Carolina did a great job striking out two herself in the first inning. Had a couple of great defensive plays. Feel like we got a solid defense all the way around. So as long as we keep the ball in front of us, we should be all right. Carolina would rather not even have that problem. Just strike them out, and they don't have to even deal with the defense. We're in World Series game number 2. This is the final game before they rank the seeding. And both of these teams undefeated in pool play so far. The winner likely will get the 2 seed, which is gets the first round bye. The Perry Maroon team looks like they already punched that number 1 seed. I'll have to look at the way they do the seeding, but they dominated those first 2 games. And Perry won their first game. I believe it was 5-3. Buford won their first game, I think 4-1. So both teams haven't given up a whole lot of runs in this World Series. And now we're going to see what they got. This is, I believe, the number 5 batter for Buford. All right, Buford coming up in the top of the second. We got a score of 0-0. Nobody on, nobody out. Buford up to bat in the top of the second. Here we go. Let's see what Carolina's got for this pitcher, for this batter right now. He says, "All right, let's put it right down." So it's right at her at that first pitch. Strike number 1. Pitch number 2. Hits it to Lila Beth. Boom. Out number 1. Once again, the score is Buford 0, the Perry Gold 0. Top of the second, 1 out, nobody on for this Buford team. All right, here we go. We got the lefty up. I believe this is batter number 6. Tries to get her to chase the outside pitch. It's ball number 1. Carolina having a great all-star season as well. It's pitched a few games for us. Gets her to swing at the pitch. It's a 1-1 count. We got 1 out. Nobody on. Top of the second. We got a tie game, 0-0. That's going to be ball number 2. 2-1 is the count. Looked like she wanted to do a bunt right there. Pulled back when she saw it was outside. The count's 3-1 on the batter. 1 out. Nobody on. Top of the second. Here comes Carolina. Got her on the strike. That's going to bring up a full count. We thought it was a little low. Looked a little low, but hey, we'll take it. All right, Carolina with the full count. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the second. That one was definitely low. Puts a runner at first for Buford in the top of the second here. Sadie throwing out a runner at second last inning. We'll see if they challenge her. All right, here we go. I believe this is batter number 7. Runner at first. First pitch. Over strike. Almost gets her. What a great play by Sadie. Nice throw, nice tag by Liza at first base, but just a little late. Slid right underneath it. One strike to the batter. One out. Runner at first for Buford. Top of the second. 0-0 is the score. And they're going to take second on the pass ball. All right, so the count now is 1-1. The runner moves up to second. One out. Buford trying to get a runner in scoring position now. All right, here we go. 1-1 to count. I don't think they're going to want to mess with Sadie on that throw to third. Count is 2-1. One out. Buford up to bat in the top of the second. Ball's past there, and they're going to move to third. Well, now they got a runner at third. One out. All right, here we go. Let's see what we can do here. We did get a runner out on a pass ball last game. The pitcher tagged him. Great pitch. Great pitch. That's going to bring the count to a full count right now. Should be 2-2. 2-2. That's what I thought as well. Get your boy. Carolina has showed up when we need strikeouts. She gets the strikeout. So that's out number 2. Folks, there's 2 outs. We're in the top of the second. Buford's got a runner at third. We would love to get out of this inning once again. At strike number 1, that third baseman is getting aggressive. Here we go. Strike number 1, 2 outs. Buford had a runner at third last inning, and we kept her at third with some strikeouts too. So great block by the catcher, Sadie. That ball was in the dirt, and she kept it in front of her. The runner at third, that is a big deal. Right now, we got a count of 1-1. Top of the second, 0-0. But Buford threatening with the runner at third. 2 outs. All right, the count is 2-1. Strike number 2. So now the count's 2-2, 2 outs, runner at third for Buford. All right, here we go. Counts 2-2. All right, we got a full count now. All right, here we go. Foul ball stays alive. Great pitch by Carolina. Just about got it by her. Folks, we're in the top of the second. Got a full count. Runner at third for Buford. 2 outs. Carolina with 3 strikeouts on the day. Stays alive. It's going to be a foul ball. Batter's doing everything they can to stay alive. Carolina just needs to keep throwing strikes. All right, here we go. Full count. Here comes Carolina. Fouls it off once again. Batter is staying alive. Carolina keeps throwing those strikes. See what you can do on this pitch. Come on, Carolina, put it right in the breadbasket. It's going to be ball number 4. Well, now we got runners on the corners, first and third. 2 outs. Top of the second. Buford threatening. Let's see what we can do right here. First pitch for Carolina. Runner takes second. So now we got runners at second and third. Sadie once again blocking that pass ball. The girl at third is very aggressive. So if that ball gets by her, she's going home. Count is 1-0. Foul ball. Counts 1-1. We are in the top of the second. Buford threatening with runners at second and third. The score right now is 0-0. We got 2 outs. Would love to get this last out right here. Count is 2-1. Ball a little high. Carolina with the 2-1 pitch. Count is 3-1. Sadie with another block in the dirt. Keep that run. Carolina doing a great job so far today. Let's see if she can throw a strike right here. All right, it looks like that's going to load the bases up for Carolina. Well, now there's a play at any base. This isn't necessarily a bad situation to be in. So let's see if she can force them to keep it in play or strike out, one of the two. Strike number 1 on the batter. We are in the top of the second. Buford with bases loaded, but 2 outs. The score is 0-0. Strike number 2 to the batter, 0-2. Boy, it would be great right here just to get out of this inning. Strike number 3. Carolina shows up once again. Carolina shows up once again. Strands 3 on the bases for Buford. And we're going to go into the bottom of the second with a score of 0-0. Folks, we've got a defensive battle going on right here. All right, let's see what we can do. We're going to be the leadoff for this inning is going to be Landry Cook, the outfielder, followed, I think, by Addie and then Harper. I didn't get the updated batting lineup, so I'll adjust if I have to. But this is from last game's batting lineup, so we'll see. Landry Cook having a very good All-Star season, batting number 4 for our Perry Gold team here. In the last tournament game we played, she had two bombs, a home run and a triple. And we're hoping that she can do it this game. Last game, she had a pop out and it was another kind of ground out. It's hitting the air and just couldn't. The runner had to freeze. So hopefully not get doubled up, but it dropped and then they caught her at second. But we'll see what she can do at this at bat. Folks, we're going into the bottom of the second. This is pool play game number 2 in the World Series. After this game, they will seed all the teams, and basically this game is being played for the 2 seed, as far as I can tell. The Perry Maroon team, having dominated their first 2 games, I think the run differential is going to be too much. Both these teams squeaked by in their first game. Perry winning in the bottom of the 4th, going in the bottom of the 4th, and the time limit had arrived, and we had to score. We had to score at least 1 run to tie, and we scored 3 runs and won the game 5-3. As time expired, And I'd love to do the same thing here. Winner of this game will likely play at 1:30 today. Give a shout out to Daniel, who's listening online. And let me know he is a little bit nervous right now. He said, we just escaped that inning. So we got to make him pay, folks. Got to make him pay this inning. And there's nothing that Landry Cook would like less than to go ahead and make him pay with one pitch. And she's got the power to do it. We'll see if she can do it. Got a great lineup behind her. I promise you that. Addie and Harper would love to knock her in if she can get on base here. This pitcher's had her number, though. 3 strikeouts in the first inning. So let's see if we can end that right here. All right, here we go. We are in the bottom of the second, folks. The score is 0-0. Nobody on, nobody out. And Landry Cook coming up to bat. All right, here we go. First pitch. And she smacks it. It gets by the right fielder. She's going to go to second. I'm not sure they're going to attempt her at third. They're going to hold her for a stand-up double. Landry opens up the inning with the double, and now we got runner at second. No outs. I'm going to bring up Addie Martin. Folks are in the bottom of the second. And Perry's threatening with the runner at second. Lead off double for Landry Cook. Let's see what Addie can do right here. And I can tell you, that ball gets by this catcher. Landry will go to third. We've watched this catcher in a previous game. She is fantastic. Really, this is the battle of the catchers. Sadie is a great catcher, too. So probably the 2 best catchers maybe in this tournament are going head-to-head right now. So they're not going to want to tempt her. So the count is 1-1 on Addie. Let's see what she does here. Oh, crushes one. Oh, wow, just foul. But 3 feet foul, but she was way ahead on that one. That's going to bring the count to 1-2. No outs. Bottom of the second. The score is 0-0. But Perry is threatening right now. Leadoff double for Landry Cook. And now we got Addie up trying to knock her in. Counts 1-2. And here's the next pitch. Tried to catch her on the changeup. Almost got it. It was started dropping around her chin. So it is 2-2. Addie doing a great job battling up here, fighting it right now. So full count to Addie. Addie hits it. It's a fair ball. Addie goes to second wisely. You got to love those swinging bunts. We saw one in the first inning by Buford. And now Addie adds her own. We got runners at second and third. No out. Bottom of the second. It's a tie game. Buford 0. The Perry Gold team 0. We got the umpires questioning whether it went out of the cage and went out of the box. And so he went to go make sure that it clearly got out of the box. And so now what we got is Harper Dellinger, Harper the outfielder. Let's see what she can do with runners at second and third. Oh, coach really wishes Landry would have taken advantage of that one, but that was a tough one. All right, here we go. Still runners at second and third. Ball number 1 to Harper. Let's see what she can do right here. The count is 2-0 to Harper. Looks like she had a bug going at her. She did not like that. All right, 2-0. Runners at second and third, no outs. Bottom of the second. Couldn't quite catch up to it. Go, 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 go. Sorry, I'm screaming it. And that's going to score a run on the overthrow. But folks, Perry is up 1-0. They're going to question whether the batter was interfering here. I do not believe the batter has to get out of the box. So they're going to say no batter interference. So the score is going to be 1-0. Terry, we're in the bottom of the second. No outs. Runner at third. The count is 2-1 on Harper. Harper would love to get this next this girl at third in. Addie at third. Couldn't quite catch up to that one. All right, we got a count of 2-2. Game number 2 of pool play in this World Series. Perry leading 1-0 in the bottom of the second. Ball is high. That's going to bring a full count. Tries to catch that runner at third. This catcher's got a great arm, so we don't want to test her too much. Full count coming to Harper Dellinger. She's going to take first on the walk. Now we got runners at the corner and bringing up our first baseman, Liza Whitaker. Liza pitched a gem last game at first base this game. The lefty loves to slap it and love to put that runner at home. Swings at that first one. That's a foul ball. The runner will be going to second on this one. We'll see if we can move her on if there's a pitch that. That's a foul ball. Liza up there ready to swing. Boy, that would have been a great one if it could have hugged that line a little bit more. But that side spin sent it right out to the foul. Right now, folks, we're in the bottom of the second. Perry leading 1-0 with runners at first and third and no outs. 2 strikes to the batter, Liza Whitaker. She swings at it. And that's going to be strike number 3. Strikeout number 4 for this pitcher. We're not even out of the second inning. She's got some stuff. That's going to bring up JC Cook. JC, the shortstop. Runners at second and third, 1 out. Let's see what JC can do here. JC smacked one. It's going to go between the field. That's going to score 2 runs. JC may try for second. She will. And a stand-up double for JC Cook. 2 ribbies. Perry has put some damage on the board against this Buford team in game number 2. Sealed by 2 doubles in this inning. And now we got Kendall Vanderson. Kendall having a big hit last game as well, a two RBI double, I believe, in game number 1. And she would love nothing less than to get another double right here. Coach is going to call a timeout and try to stop the bleeding right here. Folks, we are in the bottom of the second. 1 out. Perry's got a runner at second against Buford. Both teams are 1-0 in pool play, and this is going to determine likely the number 2 seed and a first-round bye in the tournament later today. Oh, thank you so much. All right, here we go, folks. JC Cook with a big double. Runner at second. We got Kendall up. Kendall's had a big bat throughout this playoff season. Last game, like I said, she had a 2 RBI hit. Well, she's up there looking for right now. We got a, think it's a 1-1 on the scoreboard, but I don't remember that. Oh, I guess it is 1-1. So let's see what she's got right here. 1-1, runner at second, one out, bottom of the second. Oh, wow. Kendall just roped that ball. And unfortunately, she hit it right at somebody. That's going to be out number two. That's going to bring up Aubrey Happel. Aubrey is ready to smack that tater as well. Man, Kendall hit that ball hard. All right, here we go. Let's see if this is going to drop. Hit it right at the outfielder. Hey, two great hits to end the inning. Just hit right at the fielders. And so, folks, the damage is done, though. We move into the third inning. Buford 0 and Perry Gold 3. It looks like our lineup's starting to catch up with this pitcher. We are hitting the ball well. Carolina coming back out. Really, the difference in this game has been our defense and Carolina at pitching because they've had runners in scoring position in each of the first two innings. Bases loaded last inning. Bases loaded, I believe, with one out last inning, and we got out of that. They had a runner at third with one out in the first inning, and we got out of that inning and had the same issue last game where the team had bases loaded with no outs, and they only got one run. And so when it comes down to it, we show up on the defensive side. Carolina with 3 strikeouts so far today. So let's see if she can continue holding this Buford team down. So far, Buford hasn't really hit much, but we got the top of their lineup coming up now, and it's going to be we're going to see what they're worth on the top of this lineup. All right, folks. Game number 2. I think I say folks a lot, don't I? I probably need to quit saying folks so much. But what we got going on right here is the top of the third inning. Game number 2, World Series game, pool play. The winner of this game is likely going to be the 2 seed. So we're playing for a first round bye in the tournament, whether that's a 1 or a 2 seed. We'll find out. But Buford's playing for the same thing, so. Folks, I say folks again. I got to quit saying that. All right, 30 minutes left on the game clock. Now, I could be wrong here, but I think this is the leadoff hitter, but I can't remember. We'll just pretend that everybody's a leadoff hitter and just treat them all the same. Carolina not wasting any time trying to get that first pitch by her. As soon as she steps in the box, she's throwing it right at her. Count is 1-0. Top of the third. Nobody on, nobody out. Perry leading 3-0. Count is 2-0. Carolina so far shutting them out in the first 2 innings. 3 strikeouts so far today. Let's see what she can do on this third pitch. 3 straight balls for Carolina. Not the way she wants to start this first batter out. Let's see if she can put this one right in the breadbasket. 3-0 to the batter. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the third inning. That's odd. She walks the leadoff batter in the inning. The score right now, Perry Gold 3, Buford 0. Top of the third, runner at first, no outs. Fortunately, that's 5 straight balls to Carolina. Let's see if she can turn this around. All right, foul ball right behind me. That's going to bring the count to 1-1. We got no outs right now on the top of the third. Runner at first. Great pitch. Almost got her. Almost got her at first. She snuck around that tag somehow. The count is 1-2. No outs. Runner at first. Who's going to go to second? Great throw by Sadie. Just couldn't get to the ball in time. All right, so a runner at second for Buford. No outs. The count to the batter is 2-2. That ball's going to go by. They're going to send him to third. We got a full count. Runner at third for Buford. No outs. That's going to be ball number 4. So they got runners at the corner, which usually what it means here is that runner's going to go to second. That's all right. All right, here we go. Runners at the corner. No outs. Runner goes. All right, the count is 1-0. 1-0. Flip it. Throw down to third to Lila Beth. All right, here we go. Count is 1-1. No outs. Runners at second and third for Buford. We're in the top of the third with Perry Gold leading 3-0. Perry really likes to live on the edge. Getting runners on base every inning, but that's all right. We haven't been able to put any on the across home plate yet. Right now, the count is 2-1. Great pitch by Carolina, bringing the count to 2-2. We are at the top of the third. Perry leading 3-0. No outs. Buford runners at second and third. She puts it into play. Can't make the play at third. So that's going to be a run for Buford on the ground. Tried to make the play at third and probably would have had it. The throw would have been there, but it just was looked like it was a little off. And well, Buford's on the board finally. It brings the score now to 3-1. No out, second and third. I believe this is the number 4 batter for Buford. She struck out last at bat. We are in the top of the third. Perry leading 3-1, but Buford's got no outs and runners at second and third. Puts it right at the thighs, and it drops for a strike. 1-1 for Carolina. Once again, runners at second and third. No outs. Boy, put it right across the corner. I'm not sure why she didn't swing at that one. That looks about stomach high. She could have probably driven that one, but let's see what happens right here. 1-2. One of those other ones, there's tweeners, almost a swinging bunt type thing. Just hit about 6 feet from plate. Nothing you can do. And now we got bases loaded. Now the good news about bases loaded is you got a force play at any base. Well, not a terrible position to be in, but there are no outs. So, and on top of that, a walk is a run now. So let's see what we can do right here. Perry holding on to a 3-run lead. Beautiful pitch. Beautiful pitch. Number one pitch. If Carolina can put it across, I got a feeling we'll be in good shape right here. Count is 1-1. We can tag home plate on a short one this time. So if they do a swinging bunt, we can actually tag home plate, make the easy play at home. Carolina would just as soon strike her out, though. Count is 1-2, no outs. Bases loaded again. We had bases loaded last inning for Buford. They got no runs. This time they've been able to put 1 run on the board. Got her on the strikeouts. 1 out. Bases loaded. Buford up to bat. That's strikeout number 4 for Carolina. 3-1. Bases loaded for Buford. 1 out. Sadie blocking that one up. Last thing we want is a pass ball right here if she can keep it from getting past her, and she's done a good job so far. All right, here we go. The count. 1-0, 1 out, bases loaded. Buford threatening. Count is 2-0. All right, here we go. 2-0, bases loaded, 1 out. Perry up 3-1. Here's the pitch. Right across the numbers. That's going to bring the count to 2-1. Boy, we got an exciting one today. All right, number 2. The count now is 2-2. And here comes Pitt. She was safe. Didn't quite attack it. Looked like she wanted it. But that's going to bring a full count. I don't know if you're feeling the tension watching them, but if we're feeling it right here, this is a great game. Full count, bases loaded. Unfortunately, in the ground. That's going to be run number 2 for Buford. Carolina doing a good job fighting away, but couldn't quite get that last one. All right, here we go, folks. It is the top of the 3rd. The score right now is Perry Gold 3, Buford 2, bases loaded, 1 out. Buford's been able to put 2 runs on the board so far this inning. The winner of this game will be a 1 or 2 seed in the tournament. First pitch. Sadie stopping that high pitch. The count is 1-0. 1 out. Here we go. Ball's high once again. Had a chance to catch her right there. Almost got her at third. That would have been a big play. Count is 2-0. That's going to bring the count to 3-0. This girl's not going to be swinging. So putting this right in there. Count is 3-1. Bases loaded. Here we go. That's going to be a walk. That's going to bring in another run. So we got a tie game here in the top of the third. And it looks like they are going to make a change. Carolina pitched a great game. 4 strikeouts on the day. She would have loved to have finished the game, but she did a great job today. Good job, Carolina. And that is going to bring in Aubrey Happel. Aubrey and Bree having just a great tournament season as well. She pitched a couple of games for us already. We are in the top of the third. Perry coming into the inning with a 3-0 lead. But this Buford team was able to score some runs here. And now it's 3-3 with 1 out and Buford with bases loaded. Aubrey ready to pitch. And it looks like we're going to start this inning now, folks. This is big right here. A lot of pressure on Bree. We'll see what she can do. I got a feeling they're going to tell their batters to always take that first pitch. Put the pressure on the pitcher. What Aubrey needs to do is throw strikes. Here we go. Aubrey with the first pitch. And it's going to get by. They're going to send her home. Could not get her. That's going to be 4-3, Buford. Now Buford's got runners at second and third. 1 out. And all this means is that Perry's just going to have to hit the ball. That's all it means. But we're going to get out of this inning first. All right, here we go. 1-0 is the count to the batter. Runners at second and third. Buford now leading 4-3. 4 runs this inning. Count is 2-0 to the batter. Great pitch by Bree. It is tough to come into a situation where it's bases loaded. Count now is 2-1. It's a little high. We're going to bring the count to 3-1. Right now, Buford leading 4-3, scoring 4 runs in this inning. Runners at second and third for Buford, 1 out. What a great pitch. Oh, slipping out of Sadie's hand. No harm, no foul. We're all right. Got a full count to the batter. And here comes The full count pitch. And what a kick. Out number two. Let's see what we can do right here for this next batter. Cross put in play. What a play. Got her at first. So Aubrey comes in, gets the job done. But unfortunately for Perry, they gave up 4 runs. All that means is our bats got to wake up this inning. We got about 13 minutes on the game clock. So this could be the last at bat. The good news is we score a couple runs, we win the game. The bad news is if we don't score at least one, we could end the game. Got some great batters coming up, though. Let's see. It's going to be led by Carolina, Kendall, and then Sadie at the top of the lineup. So we got a good little crew coming up. We are in game number 2 of pool play in the World Series, the final tournament of the year for our All-Stars. The place we wanted to be from the start of All-Stars. And now Perry is facing a 4-3 deficit going into the bottom of the third. And I've got a feeling this is going to be the last inning. So we've got to, it's now or never. There's no guarantee of another inning. We could get another inning if the inning starts with time on the clock. We'll get one more at bat. But we just assume score a few runs here and let the clock run out and move in to the next game of the tournament. Carolina, Tucker, up to bat first. He's going to be followed by Kendall. So we'll see what we can do. Pitch is high. 1-0 count. Right now, we are in the bottom of the third. Nobody on, nobody out. Perry led 3-0 going into the bottom, top of the fourth. I think we're at the top of the fourth. And then they scored 4 runs. And now we're down by 1. The count right now is 1-2. Carolina trying to chase that high one. Let's see if she gives her anything to hit right here. She was going for that high one. She really wanted it. That's going to be out number 1. Should be Kendall, right? Should be Kendall. Oh, did she? Okay. They changed the lineup on me. So, all right. Sorry about that. All right. We got Sadie. Let's see what Sadie does. Good eye. 2-0 to Sadie. Sadie can get this inning started right away. Let's see what she can do on this next pitch. And she does. Almost gets it. But they got her at first. We got 2 outs. Well, there's a 2-out rally every day in America, and Lila Beth would love to be the one to start that rally. Well, inside 1-0. We got 2 outs. Nobody on. Perry trailing 4-3 to this Buford team. Right down the middle. That's going to be 1-0. I mean, 1-1 on the count. 2-1 pitch, 3-1 pitch. Bailey on deck. Bailey's got a big bat, so we would love to see her have a chance. Lila back with a walk. That's going to bring up Bailey. Bailey, the second baseman. Several good pops in this tournament season. The number 3 batter. First pitch is high. If he takes second, which is a big deal, this catcher's throwing quite a few people out. Lila says, "I'll challenge you. 1-0 to the batter. Got to score. Got a runner in scoring position with 2 outs." Lila Bet challenging this catcher. The clock is ticking. Coach Dan's out there talking to the umpire saying, "Hey, we got to make sure you don't keep the clock rolling. We need this time. We don't want to end this game." All right, here we go. Bailey with a 2-0 count. Inside. 6 minutes left on the game clock. And here comes Bailey with the 3-0 count. That's going to be walk number 2. Bringing up Landry Cook. Landry with a double on her first at bat. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Landry Cook up. And the catcher catches it for the 3rd out. The good news is we're going to get another inning, folks. We needed that. Well, we're going to the top of the 4th. Terry trailing Buford 4-3. Five minutes on the game clock, so this will be the last inning. Terry will be facing the bottom half of, at least I believe, the bottom half of Buford's lineup. But also the bottom half of Terry's lineup is going to be up to bat too. We're going to go 5, 6, and 7 next up. Well, the winner of this game will get a first-round bye in the tournament. We know that's a fact. Whether they're the 1 or 2 seeds remains to be seen. But I'm fairly certain it's going to be the number 2 seed. Well, Terry had to come from behind last game, going into the bottom half of their inning and scoring 3 runs. So let's see what we can do against this Buford team. We can shut them out like we did the first 2 innings. We can come in with the hammer. Haven't only needed to score 1 run, but we got to get through this inning first. Aubrey on the mound now. Well, this is it. Fourth inning will be the last inning because the game clock has nearly expired. Buford up to bat, leading 4-3. And here's the first pitch. Strike number one. Nobody on. Nobody out. Little high. Count is 1-1. Hits the batter. That's going to make a run. Put a runner at first. Leadoff runner once again at first for Buford. I think they've had the leadoff batter on first in each of every inning now. Although I could be wrong on that. And I think I take it back. I think this is the leadoff hitter. Maybe I was wrong. I thought they had the bottom half still. Right now, it is 1-0 to the batter. Nobody out. Runner at first. Top of the fourth. Buford batting. And we've struggled a little bit to throw strikes here these past two innings. That's been the difference. 2-0 on the batter. Aubrey puts it right where she needs to put it. That's going to bring the count to 2-1. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Nice pitch. Let her high. Hit that corner. The count is 2-2. Foul ball. Going to remain 2-2. Top of the fourth. Buford leading Perry 4-3. They've got a runner at first with no outs. And the count is 2-2 on the batter. Can't get her to chase the high one. This Buford team does not want to challenge Sadie right now. They're leaving that runner at first. Full count. Put the pitch right in there. The batter stays alive. Aubrey hanging tough on the mound right now. Full count to the batter. And that's going to be walk number 2. Well, the first one was hit by pitch. So Buford runners at first and second with no outs. Top of the fourth, leading 4-3. Great first pitch. Strike number 1. A little high on pitch number 2. The count is 1-1. I got a feeling that this coach has instructed his batters not to swing because we've seen a few swings, but they don't chase anything unless it's right down the middle. You swing at that one, which is good. It is high. So that's going to bring the count to 1-2. This runner, it looks like they're trying to tease Sadie a little bit. Sadie ain't taking it. And the game clock has expired. So it's official. This is the last inning. Count is 1-2. Runners at first and second. No outs for Buford in the top of the fourth. A little high. That's going to bring the count to 2-2. I'll be throwing strikes. I'm just struggling a bit. You do it consistently in this inning, but she can get it right here. Let's see if she can get it right here. If they're on the strikeout. Sadie threatening that girl at second, making her feel All right, we got one out. Runners at first and second. Second strikeout for Aubrey. One ball, no strikes, one out. Buford up to bat, leading 4-3. This is the last inning. Perry's got the hammer, so we get to bat at the end of it. We just want to make it easy on ourselves. Count 1-1. We are in game number 2 of full play for both these teams, and the winner gets an automatic bye and the number 2 seed in the tournament starting later today. Little inside. That's going to bring the count to 3-1. Or is it 2-1? 2-1. Sorry, 2-1. 2-1's the count. Runners are going to advance. Now we got runners at second and third. The count on the batter is 3-1. One out. Strikeout here would be big. And it's going to move runners to all 3 bases. Bases loaded once again. Buford's had runners in scoring position each of every inning. Coach Josh coming out, talk to the team, letting them know how to play this next one. We do got a force play at any base, so he's probably talking to him about it. Moving some people around. Looks like they're going to bring in Liza Whitaker, the lefty. Pitched to Jem yesterday. Going to move Landry Cook to first base. I don't know where everybody else moved, but those are the 2 that I noticed. It's tough coming in when bases are loaded. We know that Aubrey had to come in last inning to that. So Aubrey went to outfield is what I'm being told by my boy Neil. Neil's on it, doggone it. He knows where these players go. His sister Liza's on the mound right now. So he's going to be cheering her on. Neil, an 8U All-Star, correct? 8U All-Star, 6U All-Star, 7U All-Star. Sorry, 7U. I'm making him older than he is. Neil, a 7U All-Star this year. All right, here we go. Bases loaded. Buford leading 4-3. Their number 4 hitter coming up. One out. Liza Whitaker on the mound. Looking forward to seeing what she can do on this first pitch. Little low. Sadie covering that ball up. She knows anything past is going to be a problem. So he's keeping it in front of her. Here we go. Pitch number 2 for Liza. In the ground. It's 2-0. Pitch number 3 for Liza. Outside. We got the count is 3-0 on the batter. A walk is a run in this situation. Once again, this is a tough situation to come into. Bases loaded. Let's see. Puts the ball right where it needs to be. 3-1. That's going to be a walk. That'll put in another run. That's going to extend the lead for Buford. 5-3. One out. Bases loaded right now. It's a rough situation for any pitcher, any level to come in with bases loaded. Hopefully she got warmed up on that first batter and we can get out of this inning. Liza with several strikeouts last game. So we know she can put it by people. Pitch number one is a ball. The score right now, last inning, top of the fourth. Buford 5, Perry 3. Great pitch, great pitch. 1-1 to the batter, 1 out. Who's coming home? Nobody backing up. They're going to try for another one. Bailey running up and getting that ball. That's going to be another run, 6-3, with runners at the corners now. I'm sorry, runners at second and third now. Well, 3 more runs and this game will end. So we've got to stop the bleeding right here. The count is 2-1. Runners at second and third, 1 out. Buford leading 6-3 over Perry now. It's going to be a 2-2 count. The strikeout here is big because any ball put in play is probably going to score another run. Great pitch. Pulls the string. Out number 2. Runners at second and third, 2 out. Buford up to bat. This is the last inning. Fortunately, we've got the hammer and we get a chance to try to make this thing work. That's all. Oh, no, 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 no. Boy, that was a little confusing, but it worked out. I felt like she held that bunt a little long, but we said she pulled back. Nice pitch. The count is 1-1. Foul ball. That's going to bring the count to 1-2. We're in the top of the fourth. Buford now extending their lead to 6-3. This is the last inning. Runners at second and third for Buford. Count is 1-2 with 2 outs. The runner is definitely coming this time. That's going to extend the lead to 7-3. Oh, he didn't see it early. Well, they wish it was looked like she was fairly early, but we'll see. All right, the count's 2-2, 7-3 Buford. Now they got a runner at third. Lights are out. That's going to end the inning now. We got to get 4 runs in this inning. This is it for Perry. We started this game out with a 3-0 lead moving into the third inning. Things kind of blew up in that third inning, and they scored 4 runs. And then it blew up again this last inning, and they scored 3 runs. They've got 7 runs in the last 2 innings. And so we've got to show up now. This is it. It's now or never. 4 runs. And fortunately, this bottom half of our lineup has really smacked the ball well. We're going to start out with Addie, Harper, and Liza. Who's oh, well. Guess I'm well already. So Addie, Harper, and Liza are going to be the ones to come up to bat. And so hopefully we can move some batters into scoring position. If not, we will likely get the 3 seed at this point. We'll have to see what the run differential is on the other side, but I feel we'll probably be the 3 seed. And what we'll end up playing is a game. If we win that one, we'll see this Buford team again. Well, this pitcher for Buford had a really good game today. Not walking too many and striking out at least 5 or 6. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 4th. This is it for Perry. It's do or die, and they got a significant deficit this game. Last game it was a 2-run deficit, and they ended up coming out and scoring 4 runs to win the game. Or it was a 1-run deficit, I should say, and they scored 3 runs to end up winning by 2. And now this game we're down 4. Addie with a smash, the first at bat. I'd love to continue that. Harper Dellinger on deck. And this pitcher doesn't throw a lot of balls. She doesn't walk too many people, so we'll probably see some good pitches. And that was on the corner. So the counts are 0-1. We're at the bottom of the 4th. Nobody on, nobody out. 1 strike. Perry's down 7-4. Hits it right at the pitcher. Oh, wow. Couldn't have hit it harder. Well, that's just how it works sometimes. It's going to bring up Harper. Harper Dellinger. All right, here we go. I think he's 1 out. Bottom of the 4th. Buford leading 7-3 over Perry. Harper with his first pitch. Good. Strike. Takes the first pitch. See what Harper can do on the second pitch. Puts it out of bounds on the right side. The count is 1-1. Nobody on, 1 out. Last inning, last chance for Perry. Got to score 4, though. Tries to catch her on the changeup. That brings the count to 2-1. A little late on it. The count's 2-2. Liza Whitaker on deck. Two and two in the ground. It's a full count right here. It's a big at bat. I believe she walked last time she batted, so this would be big here. Gets it by her. Pulls the string. Well, there's a 2-out rally every day in America, and it's on the shoulders of the pitcher, Liza Whitaker. Let's see what Liza can do here to help the cause and start this 2-out rally. Good eye. She looked like she wanted that one. Wisely held off on that last one. It is 7-4 Buford right now. We got to have this. Got to get runners in scoring position. She does. Goes up big time. What a fantastic line drive over the shortstop. Now we got a runner in scoring position. I believe they can get a runner for the pitcher. All right, here we go. JC with a smash in her last at bat. Let's see what she's got right here. She's watching it. Harper at first base right now, switching out for our pitcher. Let's see what JC can do right here. Puts it into play. That's going to be a fair ball. No, calls it foul. That was so close. She'll come back. Oh, we wanted that one. We wanted to keep that one in play. And the umpire said it was a foul ball. So that's going to bring the count to 1-1. JC with a smack last at bat, so we know she's got it in her. All right, the count's 2-1. Here we go. JC Cook going for it, just missed it. 2-2, 2 outs, runner at first. Buford leading 7-4. This is the last at bat of the game. Winner will go to the number 2 seed. The loser likely will get the 3 seed and have to play an elimination game right after this. Good eye. So now the runner moves up Harper to second base. We got a full count on JC. So we got a 2-out rally, folks. Okay, big hitting Kendall hit a solid line drive right at the shortstop. So we know she's got the ability to pound that ball. Had a great tournament so far. 2 ribbies, big ribbies in our last game. Let's see what she can do right here. Watches that one go by. 1-0 to the runner. First and second, 2 outs for Perry. Down 7-3. This is it. Let's see what Kendall can do on this pitch. Right about around the corner. So now the count is 1-1 to Kendall. If it's close, we know Kendall's going to give it a ride. Looks like it's going to get by the pitcher. Everybody's going to be safe. Kendall shows up once again. Aubrey up to bat with bases loaded. 2 outs. Buford leading 7-3. Big hit here would score a few. Everybody's running on the crack of the bat. Count is 0-1. Bases loaded. Puts it into play. Why isn't she running? What is the call? That play was made at first, and that's going to be out number 3. And that's going to end this tournament game. This So, folks, we are going to play another game here real soon. Likely going to be the 3 seed. We'll find out soon. We'll let you know. But looks like we are going to play right now. So the score is going to be 7-3. And it looks like, from what I'm hearing, we're going to be the 4 seed, which means we win this game, we're going to have to face the gold team, which is something we really didn't want. We wanted to face them in the championship game, but that is all right. We did what we could. Just couldn't make it work today. That's going to end this last pool play for Perry Gold, and the score was Buford 7 and Perry 3. So we're going to start the broadcast up in just a few minutes. So thank you guys for tuning in.
Because Jonesboro only gave up. Oh, they gave up 5 runs, but we gave up 1 5. That means we'll have to. We're gonna play. No, we're gonna play yesterday. And then,